Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another reaction video. Today I am very excited because I will be able to knock out the most requested song from my channel off of the list. When I do request-based videos and I talk about all of that, it also tallies up the most legitimate. Of course, it's pretty easy to tell from the timestamps, which are the same people voting for the same stuff over and over again, but the most legitimately requested song on my channel, which is Open Eye by Orbit Culture. I've never listened to anything by Orbit Culture before. It has been heavily requested since pretty much I started my channel. A lot in the comments and on the list too, as this goes to show. This song was requested 15 times or something along those lines. It was definitely the most for legitimate requests. So that is what I will be reacting to today. I've heard many great things about Orbit Culture. I am expecting them to be very heavy, but I do not know anything else about them really. So I will be doing Open Eye, which is off of their 2020 album, Naija. And that's really all I know. So I'm going to stop talking and we're going to get straight into it. Thank you to everybody who requested. Oh yeah. I love those harmonizing vocals. Whoa. Wow, those are like classic metal vocals. Oh, that little noise is adding a lot. Those clean vocals are different for me. Okay. So, Orbit Culture, Open Eye. I shouldn't have done that. Let's discuss. When I said I shouldn't have done that, I was referring to letting the video run to the end, not the actual video itself or anything, just to clarify that. I know my brain doesn't work the way that everyone else's does all the time, so that may not have made sense, but I was just talking about letting the video run out. Anyway, this one was definitely different than what I was expecting, honestly. Usually something super requested or that people bring up a lot on the channel is just something like insanely heavy, with that being like its main thing. Not saying that parts of this song were not very heavy, but I was really taken back by the clean vocals on this. Much different than anything recent that I've listened to at all, I think. It was giving me major Metallica vibes, which I'm sure that I'm not the only person who has said that or thinks that upon listening to them. The resemblance is amazingly similar. It was giving me nostalgia just listening to those clean vocals, and it was definitely a shock factor for me hearing that because I was just expecting most requested something like stupid heavy. So that was very interesting, very different for me. You still had those uncleans though that kind of tie into what I listen to currently and stuff that I am used to, but you've still got those, you know, the clean vocals that were different. And I think that like bands like Metallica and such are bands that I heard a lot growing up. That is the type of music my dad is very into, has always been very into. So most of my experience with Metallica or other bands that are right up that alley, though it's a lot of experience with them because my dad listened to them so much, I don't really listen to them on my own time and stuff. I'm just very familiar with them from knowing them through my dad. So I know a lot of Metallica, I know a lot of you know, classic metal and stuff, and I haven't heard anything like this any time recently, definitely not anything that I've reacted to. So it's a sound that I'm very familiar with, but not one that I can say that I listen to often or even can think of any current bands that I know of that do this style. So I definitely enjoyed this song, but that was just kind of a lot for me to process there, and I think that the cleans of that style will be something that I need to dive into more to see how I really feel about them long run, but for repeat value, stuff like that. But off of my first listen, I was really digging this track. This was sweet. The intro was very energetic. Once it kicked in, you get that go and just beat up by the instrumentals overall. And then after a few seconds, there's more of like a melodic sound, and then you get those harmonizing vocals that I was talking about during the actual reaction video. And that part right there where that all comes together, I think that sounded amazing. It sounded really awesome. The unclean vocals on this song overall were also extremely powerful. I thought the cleans were too. And, you know, so were the instrumentals. While we're at it, the instrumentals were very powerful as well, for that matter. Some awesome guitar work on here. There was, you know, there was the slides going on, a lot of cool lead parts and such, but I do wish that solo, we got like, it felt like almost like a tease of a solo, and I wish that part was a little longer, because it seemed like just the start of a solo almost, and then not very long right there, but I mean, you still get a little bit of solo. So the very cool lead parts on here, something I'm here for, the slides, stuff like that, it sounded awesome. I do wish that solo was longer though. The vocal note after the solo was definitely sweet though. I think that, I don't know why I said I think that right there. That's not what I wanted to say. The entire vibe of the song kind of shifts there for a moment after that, where you get that vocal note I'm talking about, and then you have the part that had that little noise too that I was talking about. It's towards the end of the song before you get the chorus again for that last time. I think that was actually my favorite part of the song. It's just way too easy to bang your head to that. So, I've said it so many times in my videos, but just sometimes the smaller details put into songs or something that even maybe gets put on after the fact as like a finishing touch is stuff that really stands out to me a lot of the time. So I really liked that. I thought it made it very cool, and that the song was cool overall, and definitely makes me curious about their sound. I will absolutely be checking out some more Orbit Culture, because I'd be interested to see how else they have these clean vocals worked in there, if that's their overall sound. You know, sometimes a band puts out a song and it doesn't sound anything like the rest of their discography. I have no experience with Orbit Culture, so I'm definitely going to give some more of it a listen. So again, this was the most requested on the channel at this time. Thank you to everyone who requested. I give a little bit of time in between the most requested videos to let it build up, see where the votes really fall. This was it for the last couple of months, so I am going to, I'm going to be watching for the next most requested. If you have a song that you would like to be added to that list that I'm talking about, the link will be in the description. Again, there are timestamps and such, and there really is not a point in spamming your most requested. We can tell when it's a spam request, and also most of my request videos, more common than my most requested videos, are the generator picks, which are only songs with one pick get considered for the generator pick. So if you're spamming your request because you think it won't get picked, that is not the case. It's not how my channel works. Please don't do that. I probably won't get to your song if that's the case, because we'll have to do so much filtering and figuring out if someone was just sitting there submitting it a bunch of times and stuff like that. So one request is fine. It's more than likely to get picked from the generator sometime. I will do my most requested here again, probably about the beginning of 2021. So thank you to everybody who has requested. Link in the description if you have a different song that you'd like to see added to either of the lists that I work off of when I am doing these request-based videos or the generator videos. And of course, I am going to talk about my Instagram now. If you are enjoying the type of music, style, bands, content that I post on my YouTube channel, I post more music-related content on my Instagram. My handle is Rachel Reacts. It is the same as my YouTube channel, but I will put it up here on the screen for you. If you're interested in following me, I post band merch, I post what I've been listening to, that type of thing. It's all music related, so go ahead and give me a follow if you wish. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.